So there wasn't a wide variety of things that I watched this week, but it's still pretty decent. First of all, I watched all of Bleach Set 11. It is the filler story arc that happens in the middle of the Waco Mundo stuff. I can't remember what this story arc is called, but it is explicitly called that in the title of the series, so I could have just fired it up and find out, but I don't always do that much research in advance when I record these videos, so instead, my impressions. It is definitely irritating that they're doing this in the middle of an important story arc. At the same time, thus far it hasn't been necessarily too bad. It's hard to predict. I'm liking it better so far than the Bounce arc, but I don't know how long it lasts. So if it kind of wears out its welcome like the Bounce arc did 2 seasons before it ended, then it would be a big problem. Otherwise, I'm finding it fairly tolerable and interesting thus far. Neat things to see. I'll probably feel a little cheated if I resume watching the series or the regular stories after this filler arc, and it's cool immediately after that, but I am not going to complain too much. Let's see. I can't remember what all exactly happened in it, I guess, but no. So let's see. I watched all of Rosario Vampire and Rosario Vampire Capu too, and it was entertaining. No, I guess I just can't think of anything particularly special to mention about it. I've seen some of the characters before. The Snow Woman in particular is very common in a lot of people's signatures and avatars, but I've probably seen the others a couple times. And yeah, I can't really think of. I didn't really have any criticisms watching it. It was entertaining and interesting, and I like seeing the yokai stuff happening and kind of trying to guess this stuff slightly outside of my culture and outside of my knowledge, but not so far outside of it that I don't have any clue what they're referring to when they talk about certain things. But and then there's the harem element of it, which is pretty entertaining. If it reminded me a lot of To Love Ru, kind of a, I don't know, maybe it's just because the main girl has pink hair in both of them, and is a bit on the stupid side, although in the case of To Love Ru, that's more blatant than it is in Rosario Vampire. I don't know. It was entertaining to watch. Let's see, Kekkaishi Set 3, I watched the first 2 discs of that, and what happened in them again? I think I recall it was entertaining enough. Kekkaishi's kind of moving forward at a. It's not particularly fast, but it's not particularly. It doesn't feel distracted, I guess, is how I describe it. So it's interesting to watch it go forward, and I think this one covered more of the characters and interaction than... I don't know how to explain it without giving away what happens, so I just watched more of it, entertained by it. I think I would like to see more of that classmate that can also see spirits, but it's okay that she's not there because she's not too important a member of the cast, I suppose. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. And then, of course, since I was sitting at the edge of it and wanting to answer questions, I watched 34 episodes of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. And let's see. I liked the introduction of Dawn better. Mostly because when she's introduced, she's a lot more impressive than even Ash not that anything was particularly impressive about Ash's intro to the thing, but Dawn started it knowing what she was going to do and being ready to do it and excited by it, and that was really nice. A nice change of pace from what Pokemon has done in the past. The only problem is been that bits and pieces here where she's more superficial than the previous characters. No, I think the previous ones have shown their superficial side, and Dawn's probably done it just about as much. But there does seem to be a little bit of just a tiny bit of backtracking on Ash's maturity that I was commenting on in Advanced. Just a little bit, and I'm not exactly sure what it is. That's just an impression. Anyways, Disc 4 was the last one I watched, and that one contained probably the biggest highlights of, well, no. I guess I was going to comment that Krogunk is probably one of the creepiest things I've ever seen. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get that. That's like on par with clowns. Anyways, oh, I've never had to edit an interruption into anime analysis before, but okay. What I was saying was in Diamond and Pearl, the fourth DVD actually had some of the more interesting stuff I've seen thus far. Period. The three-part Amber Castle story arc, which was actually very interesting. Cheryl was a very amusing side character to have in and along. But more interesting was actually the Eterna gym leader, who has not been introduced in the anime as a gym leader yet. She's got to be one of the most entertaining personalities I've seen in the anime thus far. And there's a bunch of entertaining personalities, so that says a lot. Well, that's that. This next week should be interesting since, well, I don't know what I'll watch since I'll be on vacation.